let's talk about the Chainsaw Reze Arc movie. This movie to me was fantastic. It did so much justice to the source material. I honestly loved it. I liked it more than the Demon Slayer movie, and I'm not trying to start a debate here, but it's kind of impossible not to talk about the Demon Slayer movie, especially since it's the highest grossing and the most popular anime movie of all time now. But the one thing that I want to point out between these two movies is how much better the pacing in this movie is compared to the Demon Slayer movie. When you compare the pacing of this movie with the Demon Slayer movie, you can definitely tell that the Demon Slayer movie was a season of anime cut down and made into a movie, while this did feel like a movie. The perfect example when talking about the Demon Slayer movie, whenever I've talked about to other people about it, is when Akaza comes crashing down right between Giyu and Tanjiro, and they just zoom in into Tanjiro's face, right? And he just screams Akaza, and it's like the typical anime episode ending where they zoom into a character's face when the boss is coming, and like it literally like freeze frames on him screaming like Akaza, and it just like the whole movie kind of stops for like a split second, and you can tell that would be like boom, outro, see you next week. This movie doesn't have that problem. It just flows like a movie. Now, I am keeping this spoiler free. I will talk about a certain scene, but I won't really spoil it. And that scene to me is the pool scene with Reze and Denji. Oh my God, this was pure cinema. The soundtrack in this movie is phenomenal. I mean, this man, Kensuke Yoshiho, and I'm probably butchering his name, absolutely cooked. Every song for every scene was just perfect, especially the scene in the pool. It was just chef's kiss. And that's the song playing in the background. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. Oh my God, dude. You guys just got to go see it for the soundtrack alone, to be honest. Overall directing, animation, sound design, score, they fucking cooked. Mappa freaking cooked with this. Okay, now let's just get down to the score, right? My fanboy brain wants to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I just really loved it. I love the Chainsaw Man story overall. I want to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Now my criticism brain, I have to go down. Now I'm not going to do points like 0.2, 0.3, 0.5. No. All right, we're just going to keep it simple, keep it in numbers. I got to give this movie a 9 out of 10. Overall, it was pretty much perfect. And the only things that I do got to criticize about it is that the intro, or it felt like there's an intro and it felt like an anime episode intro for some reason. It got me a little bit worried the first time I saw the movie. I was like, oh no, is this gonna feel like episodes chopped together? But no, it ended up flowing really well, except that this intro was paced and the way it was directed felt like an anime intro. It even had some like flashbacks in there. Well, it was trying to get us to the next scene. So it was getting us to the next scene, but it was cut and directed like an anime intro. And it had, like I said, some flashbacks in there. So it just felt a little bit off. And then the second thing I got to criticize is that some of the later scenes, the action scenes, just had a little bit too much going on where like I didn't know where to look at. Now that might be a me problem because obviously I'm watching this in sub, so I'm trying to read the subs, and then there's so much chaos going on. And I know that Chainsaw Man is known for being all chaotic, because some of the panels you're just like, whoa, what am I looking at, right? In the panels of the manga, so they're representing it well. It's just that, especially when you're trying to read subtitles and stuff, it's just a little bit too much. Like I don't know if it's a budget thing, but like I didn't really know where to look. But it was like 1 or 2 scenes. The rest of the action scenes and everything were chef's kiss. So yeah, I don't typically do movie reviews, which is kind of crazy considering I have the AMC membership, which lets me watch 4 movies a week on any format. Me and my buddy Dylan always watch 1 or 2, maybe even more movies a week if the time allows for it. So if you guys did like me talking about a movie that I've seen, let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more of these.